off of Instagram right now. I have none other than Elijah Rubin right now. So make sure y'all come on right now. Elijah, how you feeling today?
Oh, doing blessed, doing best. How about yourself, Luby?
Hey man, I'm extremely happy and grateful. First and foremost, to have you on my live stream on my platform. Anytime I'm able to get somebody on my platform, my first thing is to let you know how happy and grateful I am to be able to share this experience, not only with the person that I have on my live stream at that moment, but with each and every individual that's watching, because I'm always trying to make sure we putting the right message out to all the right people. And it's going to be one of those people that actually get the message, if not a group of people. And what they can do is take that information and they can make like real big strides to success with it. And it's a blessing to have you on my platform right now. So everybody, y'all come to YouTube right now.
Come on to YouTube. You heard him.
So first and foremost, for those that are on here, they're gonna be coming in here. They gonna be stragglers. We're gonna have the stragglers and everything. But I do know you have a meeting after this, so I definitely want to make sure I value your time, man. I have so many questions I want to ask you. Hopefully, I'll be able to get all of them out. But
no worries.
Hey, for those that don't know, we have none other than Elijah Rubin, A.K.A. the Fire Damage King, in the building.
Yes, sir.
Y'all have to give this man a round of applause, because I've got a chance to meet this guy. It was only one time, but it was like I've been knowing you for a while, for a minute. We haven't really had a chance to talk much, but we have talked and bounced back and forth as far as information, because I've came across a couple fire damage properties and things like that. So I was trying to see, how we can actually make it work. So
absolutely.
If anybody don't know, hey, as far as fire damage properties, if y'all come across those and you don't know how to get the job done, meaning get paid 3 ways, then you definitely want to holler at Elijah Rubin, because he know how to get paid 3 ways. And when I first came into the business, my first few properties was fire damage properties.
What? I didn't know that, Luby. Oh, king.
I wholesaled them, and I didn't know anything about the 3-pay strategy, man. That sound almost like what I'm doing now with subject to properties and taking over properties creatively. You get like paid 3 ways. I know that the middle one ain't cash flow, but you got some tricks up your sleeve to where that you can actually break it down to the actual public and let them know what the ins and outs are as far as getting into the real estate business and dealing with not just straight fire damage properties. So with that being said, who is Elijah Rubin, man? Tell us who you are, man.
Sure. No, once again, Luby, I absolutely appreciate this. I seen you come from obscurity. No one knew who you were at all, and you came on the scene. You're adding value. You're going out of the way. You're blessing people. You're showing them what it's like to do it. I'm seeing you hopping on calls, doing things that stop a lot of other people from doing. Fear of call reluctance, fear of failure, and you're showing them what's possible. I appreciate the energy, the uplifting you bring to the game. So salute to you, King. I just want to make sure you get your dues first, all right? Yes, sir. So I have a simple acronym for my name, Elijah, Elijah. Simple acronym, all right? Empowering leaders, inspiring joy, applied hustle with humility. All right, because so I want to break that down. One, Elijah, empowering leaders, EL, inspiring joy, IJ, applied hustle with humility. I got 2 for the H's, right?
Yeah.
And so when you see me, I mean, I've been doing real estate in Arizona, in the land of the gurus, since I was 21 years old. I'm 37 now. So for 16 years, so that makes me like 68 years in the real estate years. All right, so I've been doing this for quite some time. I've easily closed 750 plus deals, over $250 million worth of transactions completed. And I don't say that to impress anybody, but more impress upon you that what's it take to have longevity in this business? to have your family together, have your mindset together, not to be destroyed by drugs, ego, or be in jail. There's a lot of things that happen in this business when you start coming into fast money, quick money consistently, that if you don't have your foundation set, it can easily derail not only your future goals, your future vision, but it can destroy your present. And so I really want to make sure people see, yes, the deals I've done, the knowledge I'm able to share, by all means, I'm an open book. I like to add value to everywhere I could go. But I really want to make sure you see some of the jewels that it takes to have longevity, because I hope each one who's watching this is able to just take one additional nugget with them today and add on to the business, add on to their lifestyle, add on to the success habits. And because I feel that's what's going to be the key for people taking themselves to the next level versus seeing the same year they did this year.
Man, so like when I asked you who was Elijah Rubin, man, my next question was, does the name Elijah have special meaning? See, I told you, man, the crazy thing is, bro, like I really sit and I design these questions for real. So that, like I was telling you, man, I'm gonna wait. I don't even want to ask you nothing, man, because I wanted to surprise me. But man, I really sit down and put these questions together for real. So when man, people they get in here, they just be going in. But I be having questions lined up where y'all be hitting the answer. I don't even get there with the answer.
See, that's alignment. That's just alignment.
Right, and that's another thing. That's another thing. How I look at it, also, man, is that when it come down to it, is the laws of attraction, the laws of nature, is the certain type of energy that the frequency that we are on, without being right here, like being right by each other. We still had like you came in, you told me exactly like that your name was an acronym and things like that. So Loopy G is an acronym. It stands for Level One Property Investors Group. So to this business, you know, when my mind focused to actually form a group of millionaires, you know, that's my mission, to actually form a group of millionaires. So the reason why I asked you about the name Elijah, because I know that the ending of your name, it has a significant meaning that a lot of people don't even know what Ja or Ya means. So I want to know, did it actually mean something as far as on that aspect, on the God note?
Yeah, no, my mom's from Trinidad, right? So my mom's a very spiritual, religious lady. I mean, I'm at like 5 years old. Boy, get on your knees and pray before you leave the house. What you going for? So she made sure we were making sure. She's like, Elijah, no tattoos for you, no ear piercing. You're gonna do something special, boy. So she spoke this in my life. She let me know what Jah is and Yahweh is, and Rubin, being my last name, being my father's a Jewish man from the original tribe of Judah, the original 12 tribes. Rubin was one of the original 12 tribes of Judah. And so I have a historical lineage within my DNA that not only demands, I won't say excellence, but demands that I live up to high expectations of myself that a lot of people sacrifice. When you come from the Black and Jewish world, from slavery and Holocaust, and my DNA composition demand that I'm able to overcome tremendous setbacks, tremendous failures, the world's worst atrocities, and I can still find a way to turn tragedy into triumph. And I feel like that my name exemplifies that that's capable of happening, and that God's in everything I touch. God comes first. His essence, his power, these thoughts, these visions, these opportunities. Elijah does not exist unless God has led the way and helped created the way. And I really believe that's Yahweh in this way.
So I got a question. Ain't there a movie called with Denzel Washington? The
Book of Eli. The Book of Eli.
Oh, okay, it's Eli. Okay,
Yeah.
I was kind of close. I knew I was getting close. So look, I want to ask you this. You said how long you been in the real estate business?
16 years and counting.
Man, 16 years. How did you gain an interest in real estate?
So yeah, when I was going back, like I said, I was 21 years old. I mean, before then, I probably worked at every call center in Arizona. I knew I was a good closer. I knew I was good at talking to people, but I got tired of closing people for small dollars. Every time I hear the word yes, It should be worth X amount of dollars. And then so my sister was working for an ex-football player. I just got done reading, the book that a lot of you entrepreneurs read out there, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Got my entrepreneur up. See? Yes, right there. So I got my entrepreneur game up and realized, I want to work for myself. I want to be my own boss. I want to do things on a bigger level. My sister's working for an ex-football player out here. His wife is Trinidadian, younger Trinidadians around. It's cool. I went 3 months on my lunch breaks. I'll go down to the auction, and he'll have me bid. He'd give me $1,000 back in the day when it's only $1,000 a bid, and I'll bid for him. And I had to wake up at 6 a.m. and I had to go and see houses every day at 6 a.m. and I'll make offers for 3 months straight. No offers. He was very strict on what he would offer. And then eventually I got one deal. And he paid me $1,000. And when he paid me $1,000, I mean, Luby, I was geeked up. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm ready to turn up. And remember, this is before Facebook. There's no YouTube, 04, 05. None of that was happening. I had braids at the time, so I thought I was going to be the only black man with braids getting real estate out here. And so this is how I thought it was going to be. So I'm reading books. I'm reading articles back when people read magazines.
Okay.
And like literally 2 weeks later, his wife, I guess the older Trinidadian, didn't want the younger Trinidadian being around anymore. So my sister got fired. Unbeknownst to me, I got fired, but he didn't tell me. He gave me the ex-girlfriend treatment. He didn't tell me, hey, it's not going to work out. He's not answering the phone. His Range Rover outside, not answering the door, no emails. So I'm super depressed. Don't know what I'm going to do. Don't know anybody else who looks like me who does this. He's the only other black person I saw in real estate.
Wow.
And I remember I outbidded a couple of people at the auction, and they didn't know how green I truly was. So I ended up going down to the auction. I took one of the investors out to lunch. He taught me how to comp a property. He said, Elijah, if you come across any deal, I'll buy it for you. So I'm like, cool. So every Sunday, me and my homies, we used to watch Sunday football, morning game, afternoon game, evening game. So as they're watching the games, I'll get the Sunday newspaper. In the Sunday newspaper, they had for sale by owners in there. And so I'll circle all of them, and then on Sunday, I'll make phone calls on them. So on Sundays, I'll gather newspaper.
Hold that thought real quick. So for everybody that's watching this and that's gonna watch this in the future, like when I started off, first getting into the business, hey man, it wasn't no days that was off limits. I ain't care if it was Saturday, Sunday. Like I was making calls and making sure that I talked to somebody. So this is a prime example of that mentality of knowing what you have to do to get the job done. Man, I apologize for cutting you off, but that Sunday, people do not want to make calls on Sundays and holidays. Like if you never know who's gonna pick up and be needing that phone call from you.
Absolutely, hands down, and I think that was a key component, because what ends up happening is this. What happens is if you're willing to do what other people won't do, you'll live life the way other people won't live. And so my friends didn't want to make phone calls. My friends they're trying to hang out. I'm like, well, you guys hang out during halftime, during commercial breaks. I'm making phone calls. So I'm making phone calls week after week, week after week. Finally got this lady. She wanted to sell. Husband passed away. It's in like a 55 plus community. And she's like, I'm going to sell. I look at the numbers. I think the numbers are good. Call my investor. Like, hey, investor, I think I got a deal. What do you think? What do we do? So I hear him calculate the numbers. I'm like, he's like, all right, yeah, there's a deal. I'll take it. I'm like, you'll take it. Well, okay. I never did a deal before. I'm like, all right, so what's next? He's like, well, how much do you want to make? So first, at this time, I've only been paid $1,000. So I was going to just say $1,000 because that's all I've been paid. But then the Jewish half kicked in, right? I'm like, throw another zero in there. I'm like, I want 10,000. I say 10,000, and I was just quiet, silent. And then I hear him calculating over there. I'm like, man, he's about to hang up on me. Like, you greedy so-and-so, click. But he did it. He's like, 10,000? Boom, done. Let's do it. I'm like, 10,000? Like, all right, so like, what do I need to do? Do I need to have some, a bucket of paint? What I got to do? Meet you over there. He's like, no, you're done. You did it. So 2 weeks later, he's like, pick up your check. I go pick up my check. And then so as I get my check, I take a look at my check. I've never seen a check with that many zeros and my name on it. So I'm driving to go and cash my check. And as I'm driving to cash my check, I come to a red light. I see one of the chain gang guys over on the side. He's picking up trash. He had braids. I had braids. Him and I like locked eyes for whatever reason. Like, why am I locking eyes with this dude on the side of the road? I just changed. And so right when the light changed, I start taking off. It hits me. Like, that was God trying to tell me if I cash this check, I'm going to go to jail. This has to be fraud. See, the programming at the time, I felt like as a black man with no education, or no college education, I didn't put any money up for this. Have braids. There's no way I can make 10,000 in 4 hours worth of work. It's not possible. So I literally make a U-turn. I go home. I don't cash that for my first check for 30 days because of the bad programming I had at that time. And so I know a lot of you guys out there might not feel you're worthy. And because you don't feel like you're worthy, you really find ways to self-sabotage your own blessing. As I came close to self-sabotaging myself. But then rent was due. So either go to jail or go on the streets. So I'm like, I'm going to have to cash this check. And I knew this check was made out for a title company. So if they gave me the check, they're going to jail too. So I went to cash the check. And after I got that first check and I cashed it, and I remember taking $1,000 envelopes, put them in $1,000 envelopes, and I put it in my front seat. I remember turning up the music, turning up the windows, and slamming the steering wheel, screaming at the top of my lungs like I'm never going to have to work for somebody else again. I felt the shackles break off me, and 16 years later, I never worked for another person again in my life.
Man, that's an awesome story. So I wanted to ask you, are you in multiple markets doing business?
Yeah, at first, being in the land of the gurus out here in Arizona, I didn't have to. We had a lot of business out here, but by us expanding into the fire damage niche and really becoming the leading fire damage expert in the country, me and Jennifer, we realized that there's nobody goes after these. This is literally the one untouched niche, a wholesaler who has a deal, who comes across a fire damage property. Usually they don't know how to approach them. They don't know how to analyze them. They don't know how to find cash buyers, and they're oblivious that you can make 3 checks on one deal. So what they do, they call me with your lead. They don't know what to do with it. So now I'm partnering with people all over around the country. I have my students I'm partnering with. And so now, yeah, we absolutely virtual. We absolutely do this in multiple markets all around the country.
Yeah, I actually tagged you on Instagram not too long ago, trying to reach out to a homeowner that had a fire damaged property out here in my area. Hopefully my deal machine postcard get to her because it was an absentee owner and none of the numbers worked. None of them. So yeah. So hopefully I'll be hearing from her sometime soon. So like I've came at you a couple of times asking you about some properties because I've closed on a few fire damage properties and some of them are just burnt to the crisp, like burnt. I'm talking about burnt up, and I still had somebody to buy it, but I didn't understand about the 3-way pay. So I definitely wait to bring some money to the table because that's gonna actually continue to help our relationship grow to where that. It won't be more on a personal note, because that's the only way we talking right now is more on a personal note. But man, to build a business relationship with you and learn some of that secret sauce, man, it'll be a blessing. My next question I was going to ask you: did you and your wife start real estate investing together?
That's a very good question. And I have to make this clear. All right. She is my future fiance. She's not my wife yet. She made it very clear. She I heard somebody saying, wait, listen, you did not put a ring on it and you have not closed escrow yet. I'm like, oh, so let me just
that question.
Edit that. You're about to get me hemmed up over here, man.
Man, my bad.
It's cool though.
Let's go over some questions, man.
You did. I heard you say earlier, and she heard it. But I'll talk to him. But it's all me. It's all me. It's all good.
I tried. Is she right there? Tell her.
No. She's on the call. She's on the call. No, but it's all good because she knows she's gonna be my wife anyways. If you can build a business together, like I said. It's easy to get married. It's hard to stay married. All right, and if you can build a business,
Awesome to see y'all working together. I definitely wanted to ask you about that.
Sure.
How is it working with your significant other, man, y'all cherish a lot of moments together, and just seeing y'all doing business together and how structured y'all are and how y'all so open to seeing each other win, man, it's such a great sight to see. So you really don't see that much, and I like to know what got y'all to that point to where you say, hey, we're gonna ride this till the wheels fall off. I'm gonna support you. You're gonna support me. We're gonna be on these platforms, providing extreme value, and there are no insecurities. There are no bickering and fighting. There's always positive vibes that y'all have, man. And man, you always showing how much you love your woman, how much you care about her, but y'all are getting to the money.
Yeah.
Just touch a little bit briefly on that.
Sure.
Let the public know about that, man.
Bring you guys in, and that's something we want to do. We're going to put together a podcast out there together because we realize there's just not a lot of those couples in business that actually like each other. You might have people like, you do your thing, I do my thing. We want to keep separate. We actually want to bring our union together, and we want to share it with the world because I had a lot of bad relationships in my lifetime, and from bad business partners to bad life partners I was trying to pick. I was kind of always trying to force, a round ball in a square peg. I kept trying to. I have become so positive. I want to see the best out of people. Sometimes you want their success more than they want it. And that's a big issue I had myself, that I put the wrong people on the wrong seat and on the wrong bus. And I was mad at them for them not producing, living up to expectation that they never set for themselves. I set that. It's hard for me to really get my round around it because I played victim role. Like, how dare you don't want this? Look at what I can create. Look what I'm doing. But just because you're doing it doesn't mean they want that. Right. And I didn't understand that at first. So Jennifer, funny enough, her and I started working together. I needed a transaction coordinator. And because my current transaction coordinator is like, Elijah, if I have to run 3 more comps, I'm quitting. So I'm like, all right, don't run no more comps. I'll find somebody else. And so I actually met Jennifer online. We ended up hiring. I did a couple interviews. Her and I, the energy, the vibes, the mindset connected. Directly. She's into personal development, self-assessing. She's really on the next level. Gorgeous Latina. I'm like, yeah, but I do his business, so I would never cross the line. Just because if I cross the lines and I guess wrong, I get sued. I lose my company. And so my rule of thumb, just never mess with anybody, ever talk to anybody that you cut the check for. So she came in, she became transaction coordinator. I saved a couple who were working with me at that time. And right off the bat, she was just finding ways to add value, find ways to increase increase effort level, increase sustain, and add organization. I saw like her systems and ability to strategize and create systems was way better than mine. Fast forward a year later, the couple who she replaced, they ended up moving on, doing their own business. God bless them. And we're just me and her. And so she's like, Elijah, I need to know that, hey, if I'm vested, I have a child, I have a kid at this time. She had a kid. And she's like, listen, I need to know that, hey, this is something you're doing long term, if you're serious with this. So I made her my number 2 of my company at that time. See, I only had 2 people in my company anyways. So it felt right. Hey, you be the number 2, all right? So even ourselves, we had several $100,000 months, just me and her. We was knocking it out, knocking numbers out. And then after, I saw her like waking up, hiking, waking up, going to MasterMind. So people in my circle, I made people level up in my circle. I asked people, hey, let's do more. Let's do 1 extra push-up. Let's do 1 extra walk. Let's do 1 extra affirmation. I saw that she was making me level up, and it was rare for me to see a female, let alone somebody's cool, make me level up. So we started having organic friendship. She'd come with me to ET masterminds. We'd go to Shantaria events. We'd go to Dean Graziosi events. So things I couldn't get my regular friends to do, she was doing. We came together. I saw that she was on some next tier level. And then we started working out together in the morning. And my trainer's like, Elijah, you're going to let her get all fit and right, and you're going to let her go to somebody else? Well, what's up? So between my friend, Dr. Will, my sister, they're like, Elijah, I know you ain't gonna let her go. And it took me about a year. I knew I wanted to date her for a year. It took me about a year to finally get the courage to ask her. It took me literally a year. Number 2 close in the country, according to the Close Olympics. It took me almost a year to finally even take my shot. took my shot. She's like, okay, but you gotta be understand. This is a long-term play. This is like we getting married type of play. I don't date. Like, okay, well, I'm ready to make you my wife. It's gonna take time. I want to make sure we do it the right way. But I'm so grateful and so honored to have somebody like this. We just celebrated our 4-year anniversary this weekend, and we're just looking at all the milestones, all the things we came.
That was confusing. So
I know.
I'm telling you congratulations and everything, which I'm still saying that, but I automatically assume that,
married. Yeah.
So,
I apologize. She's like, you need to clarify that for the public. She's like, you don't get to claim this claim this property till escrow's closed, title is transferred. So I'll make sure I clarify that for the family for sure.
So look, man, let's talk affirmations. Do affirmations help you with your success? And I definitely that's one of the main things that I wanted to talk to you about, because man, this right here, man, this right here been wonders for me, man. And I want to let you know. I want to let you know I appreciate you sending this over to me. If y'all haven't gotten this from Elijah Rubin, A.K.A. the Fire Damage King, please let them know where they can get this from, because this right here take you out of a dark place. This right here, reading this right here, reset your train of thought, especially if you're going through something troublesome. This right here is something that everybody needs, like to be able to wake up in the morning, and see this right here on your sink or something like that. That way you can yeah, man, really need to put this on a frame. And man, yeah, you need to be selling these your words.
Yeah, so I just give those away. We're making some new ones for some master.
You need to put this on something like that. What's behind me? And
yeah.
You need to sell it on Amazon, man.
Have a frame with it.
No, seriously, man. Because it haven't been long since I had this, and I had to read it, quite a few times. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to let you know. I appreciate that. So I have that right here on my desk, but I have it, in my room, in the bathroom. So when I had a moments where I need to tweak something, that's something that I go to it, and I want to let you know I really appreciate that. But tell us about your affirmations, because everybody kind of have a difference between what affirmations are to them.
Sure. So first and foremost, I always want to add value first, leave people in a better position than I met them. That's my rule of thumb. So for those of you guys who want to get these affirmations, all you have to do is text Elijah, ELIJAH, to 59224. Text Elijah to 59224. And you automatically get a link. Give about 2 or 3 minutes. Androids give about 5 minutes. All right. You're gonna get a link, and then you're gonna have the exact affirmation that me and Luby is talking about right here. And so let's get into affirmations real quickly, because I kind of view myself. I'm like a real estate motivational hip hop hippie. All right, so I think if you break down everything, I'm cool Matata vibes. I still close, but I'm really big on mindset mastery. I'm big on manifestation. I'm E.T., the hip hop preacher, the number one motivational speaker in the world, the modern day Martin Luther King of our time. I thought for sure I would never even meet this guy, let alone have him as a personal mentor, a personal friend in my circle. His business partner is one of my speaking consultants. And the top tier relationships that have been brought into my life, some of the masterminds I'm part of, some of the things I have curated, that's not by accident. That did not happen by chance. There's all laws of attraction, all laws of intention, set intention, expecting greatness to come, visualizing it, and literally manifesting this into my life. And how I manifest deals, for the first 7 years in real estate, I put out maybe a total of $3,000 in marketing. It's all affirmation, all manifestation, and a lot of hard work. Just going out there doing it because I wasn't sure how to put the money out, and I was making $200,000-$300,000 a year, great money, but I just didn't want to spend the money out there. So I'll double up on this side. I'm not saying that's the only way. I think you should do both: invest in some marketing dollars and get some affirmations. But in depth to the affirmation side, what happens is this: what you think about, you literally bring about. So if you spend the majority of your time worrying about things, concerned about things, think about all the opposites of what you want to attract in your life. Little do you know, that is what you are radiating to yourself versus being clear that words, God created the heavens and earth out of the power of the tongue. He spoke into existence. There's a thing called abracadabra. As I speak, so shall I create. When you abracadabra, as you're speaking, you're creating. You're creating emotion, you're creating vibration, you're creating frequencies. Everything around you is feeling it. It's being impacted by it. And affirmations, like manifestations, kind of look like gravity. You don't gotta believe in it to be affected by it. You don't have to believe in gravity, but jump off that roof. Gravity believes in you. All right. So same thing in affirmations. So by you saying your affirmations, starting your day, speaking power into your day, pouring power into your subconscious, setting your definition of who you are, what you came to do, that you're a divine conqueror, that God has created you a one-on-one, that whatever you want, all you have to do is just set the intention and think about it, and it will find its way to you. If you start saying these words, that everything you want has already been promised to you, and you operate from that position that it has been promised to me. All I have to do is go and get it. All I have to do is go and get it. And as you do these affirmations, you say these words, what it helps you to do, it helps you conquer that act to feel formula. Most people actually feel to act. I don't feel like making phone calls, so I'm not going to do it. I don't feel like driving for dollars, so I'm not going to do it. Well, most of the time, you're not going to feel like it, all right? But you're probably tired of feeling like not being broke either. So by action, all right, by you acting like I'm a successful, acting like I'm going to get this deal, acting like I'm going to find that deal outside while I'm driving for dollars, are you doing the action of doing the affirmation before the feeling happens? The action will lead to the feeling. And so by you doing the affirmation, you're taking a vote saying, hey, this is who I want to be. This is who I choose to be. And you're putting the flag into the ground and you're saying, hey, this morning, today, I'm speaking power to myself. I deserve this. I'm going to manifest this. And therefore, I shall have this. And I've been doing the affirmation for, so these exact ones you guys see for over 7 years. And every year since I've done it, my revenue has went up every single year. I've not taken losses to that degree. Don't get me wrong, I took losses, but not to the degree I was taking before I was speaking power into my life. So every day, make sure you do a little pour-up session for yourself. You deserve it, all right?
Give me 1 second. I want to show you something.
Sure, please.
So this right here is basically what I was telling you you should do with your words, because I got this right here from my son.
Look at that. Look at that.
You seen this before?
I've seen that before. I mean, it was something similar like this, but not this one. Yeah, I like that. See what we think we should become. Right.
So this is what you need to put the secret on. You need to put the secret on something like this right here and sell them on Amazon, man. This right here is very powerful. Very, very powerful. It's not cheap.
Sure, exactly. It's quality. But I think it's worth having some quality for.
Yeah. So definitely consider putting your words on something like this right here and make sure the world see it, you know, because like I said, that's powerful. And I really do appreciate you putting those words together on that piece of paper, on that PDF, you know, because it was somebody like me that really needed to hear it. And some that I needed to hear just that one time. Like I said, you know, it's something that I look forward to seeing because I see it every day because it's sitting in my bathroom, it's sitting on my desk.
That's subconscious.
Yeah, when I need to pick it up, I go ahead and pick it up and I read it, you know, because most of the time is a real need for it. So those are some pretty strong words, real powerful words. So usually when I think about affirmations, I kind of, I'm on the same type of page. I listen to a lot of personal development stuff. I'm on Paul Proctor a lot.
Yeah.
You know, Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill, people like I'm on that on a consistent basis. But I also do visual affirmations also where I get on YouTube and I start looking at the affirmations that they put on YouTube and like I've been waiting for the moment to where that, hey man, I'm like, man, I be watching them affirmation videos and stuff, and it give me like my vision of what I really want. You know, as things starting to get more modern, things are starting to get more space age. So that's
Mm-hmm.
things that I'm looking forward to, and I don't use those affirmations to be like, okay, that's what I want, because I have my own goals, I have my own vision, and I have my own affirmations. But a lot of those things are in my affirmations that I already have for myself. So it's just giving me those ooh wee moments, like ooh,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just right there. I ain't got
See,
a little bit more time. I'm on that.
that's it.
So
That's it.
though, like I'll be on the visual affirmations also. So like it's super awesome to hear about, you know, what your thought process is on affirmation. So just tell me, like, you know, in a little summary, what are affirmations to you? You know, because there's different kinds. What are they to you?
So affirmation is just a reminder to reinforcement that God put something great inside you. And there's a gift inside of each one of us, and it's our job daily to unwrap it and share with the world. And that's just an and I like having the affirmations. I have my vision boards that I see every day. I have a whole bunch. I have like literally 8 of them.
Well, okay, and then Mr. Transaction Engineer is my homie. He's out in ATL. I don't know if you heard of Mr. Transaction Engineer, but
Mm-hmm.
he specialized in creative deal structuring and stuff like that, man. And he was just he sent me a text like the other week. He like, man, you got your vision board up. So my vision board is like all this stuff that's behind me. Like my vision board is basically kind of like on black and white, because I have like four whiteboards, and one of them have my vision on there, and that's my vision board. But you know, like I said, I also have visuals as far as affirmations also, and I usually like watch them on YouTube. But he was like, "Nah, man, you need to get you a board, get you some pictures, and put you a vision board together." Do you say you have like 8 vision
I
boards?
have 8 of them.
So
All
so,
right.
so
So
pictures, is it pictures and stuff?
So what? Because I call it more of a manifestation board, right? And this is things I want to manifest into my life. Because what we think about, we bring about. If a picture worth 1,000 words, all right. So, I mean, think about per picture. If I have 800 pictures on there, you know, now I'm really dialing it up. Now, what I did is I put one vision board, and I'm telling you, you know, I'm always going to give it to you the Jewish friendly pricing way of doing things. All right, the hustler way of keeping it price effective. And if you guys hit me up, I'll show you. I can show you some of the ones I got. You just get a simple $20 frame at Walmart. All right, the front of the frame, you just flip it around. You use the back as a white backdrop. Boom, and then what you do, you simply write down a list. So there's going to be about 5 or 6 different lists you're going to do. You got to do the work first. So you write about 5 or 6 different lists. The first list you're going to write down, you're going to write down first everything that anybody who ever inspires you, anything that ever inspires you, people who inspire you, be living, dead, friends, family, famous, not famous, whoever inspires you, write those down. All right, write those people down. Then you're going to write down, if I gave you $1 billion and you had to spend it, what would your life look like? So tell you all your material stuff, the car, $1 billion. If I had to give you $1 billion and you had to spend it, what would your life look like? All right. So, what car are you driving? What houses are you staying in? Are you staying in? I have a tree luxury house. I got a tree house that's a luxury style. I got condos. I got lofts. I got mansions. I got castles. I got tabernacles. Remove restriction. Remove restriction. Because in life we have to think, well, that's not realistic. I can't have that. No. Remove realistic. Because whatever that vision is in you, God put it there. That thought didn't just come from nowhere. That thought came to you. And so now you got to capture it. So now you write down all your transportation, your vehicles, your jewelry, whatever you want. You write those down. Then you write down quotes. You write down quotes, like your favorite, some of your quotes. You're able to see those. So you have your quotes. You have the people you respect. You have the lifestyle you want to live. Then any place, any type of trips you like, any other place you want. Do you want to take trips? Write down those trips. Then you want to write down moments in your life where you won at a big level or displayed tremendous joy. You want to write those moments. Hey, you might won a baseball tournament when you was younger. You might won a spelling bee a little later. You might took your family on your first vacation trip when you got your first check. Whatever it was that brings you tremendous joy or reminds you of excelling. You did this at some point in time. You did this. Write those moments down. Now you got these 5 different lists that you wrote down. Okay, then you're gonna go to Google Image. You're gonna go to Google.com and you're gonna pull up Google Images. So you want the black on black Maybach? Type in black on black Maybach. Get a Word doc. Only 2 images per item. Else you're gonna be here all day, like, ooh, I want the white one. Ooh, I want the silver one. Like, no, no, no. Right, exactly. So you want to take the image and you put it on the Word doc. I did this for like 2 months in the morning. Every morning, I spent 30 minutes working on my vision, my manifestation board, finding images. And as you find images, watch how good it feels just to see I'm really spending time picturing what my future is going to look like. And so after you pick all those images out, you got them on the Word doc, you have all those 5 lists. And so you're going to take your quotes, you're going to put on the list. You're going to take your the people, you want to meet Hove, you put Hove, you put them on the list. You want to take time using baseball, you want time look at a little league baseball picture and take that so you remind yourself of all the images of these things that happened. And when you have all these images on this Word doc, you go to Kinko's, you get high quality paper, high quality ink. You print those up. If you're artsy craftsy, go ahead and cut it out yourself. If you're not, find somebody who is artsy craftsy. Cut those pictures out, paste them on that whiteboard that you bought at that frame you bought at Walmart, and boom, you got your vision board for under $20. But you spend over 20 hours putting together something that's going to manifest greatness in your life. You can be very clear. Every time I do my affirmation, I'm reading my affirmation, I'm looking at my vision board, have my hip hop instrumentals in the background, and now I'm getting audio. I mean, get audio and visuals, and now I'm sensing what God has put inside me that I manifest. I will have. Woo, I can't wait for you guys to do it.
Man, well, I'm glad to say we got to do a part 2 because you said you got a meeting in a minute, man. So you said you're going to give me an hour, but this ain't enough time, man.
Right, we got part 2.
We're going to have to do a part 2. So let's get back into the, man, whoa.
I want to share my vision board next time. I want to get it next time for us.
So let me ask you this, man. I want to know your thoughts on generational wealth and entrepreneurship, man. Like let's dive into that, man.
Sure.
Quick little sum of your thoughts on generational wealth and entrepreneurship just in general, man.
Yeah, no, I think entrepreneurship, like I said, being an entrepreneur for the last 16 years, like I said, I worked at jobs where I hated my job. I woke up depressed. I woke up calls in the queue, managers like, yeah, it's 31 minutes, you got to be back on lunch. I remember that feeling of being restricted, like my life cannot what it all be for. And so I feel entrepreneurship is, for especially this generation, is a must. I think the pandemic has made that even more aware because 35 million people are unemployed right now. So depending on somebody's job as security, you just end up really turning to maximum security where you're locking yourself down. So that's not really any form of security there is.
And I know.
Yep, you know it's not right. So as far as generational wealth happens, I feel real estate, specifically for minorities, don't get me wrong, everybody can get to it, but specifically minorities, I feel like real estate is the ultimate equalizer. So ultimate equalizer, meaning it equalizes against racism, against poverty, against sexism. And like, because in America, we expect the almighty dollar. And if you know how to find these deals, you find out I had racist people who would never do business with a black person begging my real estate deal, begging, talking to Rubin. Yeah, they're gonna change
That shit change. It's gonna change, and that was one thing that I wanted people to know. First and foremost about Luka G. When the first time you basically saw me was me bringing everybody out on stage and basically speaking my truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it wasn't scripted. It was what it was. And a lot of people, usually are told to make sure you look a certain way. You can't look like this. You can't look like that. But hey, you'd be surprised how many doors are open for Luka G to say, hey, come in my house. I want to hear what you got going on. Hey, Luka, come over here. Let's talk and let's see if we can come up with something. So, hey, this business really do not discriminate. And that's a prime example. And I love that type of energy. And that definitely needed to come out. So
sure.
I definitely want to ask you, I want to kind of touch back on this, man, because you're the fire damage king, and we have a lot of people out here that's trying to find these deals, and they're skipping over these deals. Let these people know what makes a fire damage property a hot deal.
Sure. No, I appreciate you bringing that up. So this week we're going to be actually doing a master class as part of Black Friday. I mean the Black Friday specials that's happening. So make sure you guys are part of Fire Damage Profits, the Facebook group. They have all the details you're going to need on there. But we're going to be showing you how to get to these fire damage deals. Yep. You go to firedamageprofits.com. You can hop on a call. You're gonna be able to, and we could definitely talk about ways we can get you into the business.
Man, all these comments is, oh man, my
Appreciate
bad.
y'all. Appreciate y'all. Done. Nice. And so look at the love. Look at the love. Appreciate y'all. And so yeah. See, I love it. I love it. See, what's it say? What's one of the biggest opportunities you manifested? Oh, easily. I manifested a 10-acre, 52-house land development deal. Made my first $137,000 deal on one deal. My first six-figure check after being around other players who operate at a high level. So yeah, for sure, that's one of the ones I did. Yeah, and one deal, just because I started seeing other people around me making $600,000 deals, $500,000. Why can't you make it? Well, I mean, I'm grateful for the $20,000 and $30,000 checks, but I know when we think about, we bring about expect bigger, demand bigger, put your soul out there, ask God to fill it with that of what your heart desires, and He manifested that. So that's definitely a big deal. But getting back to your question, what makes a fire damage deal a hot deal? Well, first, there's nobody going after these deals, so there's less competition right off the bat. So even if you get a hold of a homeowner, they didn't have 32 offers sent to them that day. Then two, because you get to help them three different ways, we get to help them with the wholesale check. I get to buy the fire damage property for cheap. You guys already know how to wholesale, buy low, sell low. Easy, that's the first check. Second check, what you're able to do, you're able to tap into getting the insurance money, meaning the homeowner gets 80% of the time, the homeowner is only keeping 80% of the money. They don't know that they're getting jacked for the other 20%. They don't know it. All right. So I'm able to help educate them and empower them, let them know I'm going to go ahead and go after this additional insurance money. If we don't find an extra penny, you don't pay us a dime for our time. However, if we do find an extra 20 grand, 50 grand, $200,000 more than you've been paid, you're going to keep 50% of any new money. And then me and my policy expert will split the other 50%.
And this is only for insurance.
Right, if they have insurance on the property and they already been paid insurance, and there's a 2-year statute of limitation, meaning even if they got paid last year, I could go back to that claim and reopen it and go and get the rest of the insurance money because it's a contract. That's what I feel, that's what I was feeling like. What?
Pinky say on Friday. Say it again.
And up to 2 years, I go and tap into insurance money that's underpaid for them. And so that's what makes this niche so beautiful, because it's recession proof. All right. Because if buyers stop buying, if sellers stop selling, if lenders stop lending, fires are going to happen, and insurance company is always going to underpay them. And that's why we can always help them get more insurance money if I can't buy the house. And and that's what makes this niche so beautiful. And then so the third check, right? So now just wholesale, help you wholesale that fire damage property you didn't want. Help you get more insurance money on top of what they already gave you. Now because I helped you did that, now I'm a trusted advisor. I'm not just an investor with cash. Right? Because I'm a trusted advisor, now you got to replace that property. So I'm gonna help you replace that property. So, I mean, you can use one of my realtors, or I'm going to sell you one of my other wholesale properties because I gave you the cash and I got you more insurance money. So why would you not want to go through me? And so that's how you get 3 checks on one deal by having a couple extra words on the client who are afraid he's going to spend the money. They're already going to do it, but why not have that conversation with you versus having it with somebody else?
Man, you need to go get a bottle of water or a fire extinguisher or something. Well, you're on fire right now. I don't know what made you seriously focus on fire damage properties. That was the answer right there.
Yeah, sure.
So you got a whole 2 years to actually backtrack and say, hey, that they got you for some bread. I can really reel something back in. You're gonna bust it down the middle though.
And it's new money. But think if I let you know, hey, at Circle K, you left $20 at the table, it's already gone to you. So it's all new, but you feel in love. You feel like, I love you, man. See, it's a good feel transaction. This is the one niche. Probate doesn't do it. Short sales doesn't do it. Subject twos doesn't do it. Land developments doesn't do it. And so one niche, you get to tap into what we call thin air money. We get to just grab it out of thin air and sprinkle it on your deal. You know what I'm saying?
Don't you love that? Oh man, say you just made my day, man. Right now, I ain't gonna beat myself up on camera, but man, 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 why you ain't been down with homie a long time ago? You know how many deals you tried? I ain't passing no more of that.
Exactly. No, but now you know, Loopy, because you naturally organically brought these deals. You closed 4 or 5 deals already, but now you know. Now you know there's more profits than this one deal. So therefore, you could make more profit with the same amount of marketing effort you're already putting in. Most people think if I learn how to do fire damage deals, do I gotta stop doing all the other deals? No. Still do those deals too, but you're fishing in the same pond with everybody else. Throw a couple fishing rods in the pond that nobody else is fishing in, because you make 3 times the fish in this pond. That's what makes us valuable.
Oh man. So how has networking fueled your growth? Because this session right here is fueling my growth. Now I'm definitely gonna be making sure I don't pass up any burnt up house. If it even look like it smell like smoke, I'm stopping.
Stop. And then multifamily, commercial, don't just keep it a single family. And once you learn how to navigate around this niche, you understand the insurance process. And we have a whole 10-week program. We break it all down so you have nothing to the question. So you know how to find these deals, how to analyze these deals, the right approach to these deals, how to find buyers for these deals, how to make 3 checks on one deal. But once you know how to do this, you can go after water damage, wind damage, hail damage, snow damage, hurricane damage, multifamily, commercial. So the verticals here are just unbelievable. So the fire damage is just the tip of this. I like it. We start with the fire damage, but just any type of disasters, we could talk with you the same way. But to answer your question,
any disaster type situation. Oh man.
bring it to your boy. Let's see him. Right back to it.
Say, we got to do a part 2.
Oh, 100%. You got it. Not even a question.
Got a few minutes and I ain't even halfway through, man.
No, you're good. We're gonna get part 2, but just know that's what makes us
over there, man. How you got boy, you over there sparkling over there, man. Hold on.
The family. I do this opportunity to share with the family. I wanted to bring it to the family, But I think one big thing about, like I said, I really believe your vibe attracts your tribe. I feel like the God inside you connects to the God inside somebody else. And when people see, I like to say what I have, which I notice you have a similar gift yourself. We call it your atmosphere enhancer. I mean, when you walk into a room and you walk into the atmosphere, you enhance the whole room, the building, the energy changes, the vibe changes. I noticed that about you. Just when you and I got a chance to connect with us in Vegas for a little bit, like, man, just for you a little bit, I saw you got the same similar vibes, and I feel like that attracts your tribe. I think that puts things in a position where people want to tap into that energy. People want to hover around that, want to connect with that. And I think that's what makes it powerful. I think that's why I'm able to track some of the top tier relationships in this business, in multiple industries. I'm not Rolexed up. I'm not Bentley down. But however, I have a strong sounding foundation inside me. I think is evident in how I leave people feeling when they get done interacting with me. That's the real gem. That's the real jewel. That's how I was able to track top tier relationships.
Bro, you see the effect you got on me right now, man. Boy, I'm like, I'm pumped up right now, man. So let me ask you this right here. Man, I've been following you for some time now, and lately, man, I've really been really chiming in, and I see y'all have these mastermind sessions and these group functions where y'all actually going out on retreats and stuff like that, to actually build, study, and actually, get a grip on yourself and your inner being and your outer being, and then y'all go out in nature and you have. It's not about the bright lights in a big city with y'all. Y'all going to secluded areas where, when you look out the window, you step outside, it's absolutely gorgeous. Like, who created the idea for the beautiful retreats? Who with the places to go and be like, yeah, this is the spot?
No, I really think it's super important. I underestimated this early on in my career, and later on in my career, I saw the power of the mastermind, the ability to align yourself with like-minded people who are on the same focus, same mission, same humbleness, same eager to see each other succeed is super imperative for your long-term growth. Because, as you know, being successful, and especially in this real estate business, it gets a little lonely. It's a little lonely because when you're the boss, no, your employees don't want to hear. I'm having a bad day. I'm dealing with some anxiety. I'm not sure if me and my wife are going to make it. Nobody has time to hear your problems. We only have time for you to produce and cut these checks, and it gets really hard for a lot of people out there. And so I've been part of several different masterminds, and I knew. I know the big checkout game, but don't get me wrong, I do fire damage. I'm the fire damage king. We help a lot of people find fire damage deals. We teach people, part of our students, how to get to these deals. However, I know the real checkout game is land developments. I know that's the 7, 8, 9-figure plays there. And I know after I did that one 10-acre deal, I made $137,000. I got a little taste of what that life could look like. So I knew that's where I wanted to go. And so I knew I wanted to focus on putting together a mastermind of like-minded people with different skill sets that complement each other at high levels, all bosses, and where we're really going to connect together. And so myself, Jimmy too, Chris Jefferson, Alex Sines, and this guy Jordan, I had to assemble a couple of guys to help me run the committee, and we brought some top-tier players, Max Maxwell, B. Rule, Chris Senegal, it's a lot of these different players. We brought us all together. I was very selective of who I wanted to be a part of this, and I brought us together on we went in trying to create a development mastermind, and we came out of this last one, created a straight brotherhood. And understanding that is the real power of the mastermind, picking places where you're able to go to, where you're able to disconnect from the world so you can reconnect with yourself. And if you're not taking time to find out where are some of your losses, what are some of the lessons you failed to learn from so that you don't have to go or repeat those losses again, I think that's a key time to spend time with each other, spend time with yourself, really get in contact with the person you're destined to become versus the person you are now, to see what is that gap and who around you can help push you to help lower that gap. I think that's a big piece.
So is everybody collectively coming together saying, hey, let's pick this beautiful location this time. Hey, let's pick this beautiful location the next time y'all come together with that?
We have the committee. We put the committee comes together, and we pick where we're going to go to, and then we run around all the files, make sure everybody's good with it. Nobody's on probation. Not talking into it, so anybody can go where we want to go and make sure it's easy.
Yeah, straight up, man, because shit happens,
Yeah, it happens.
Are the activities during the mastermind sessions always planned all the way through? Or y'all have like little stuff that just happens spontaneous sometimes and things like that? Because man, I seen y'all running up and down the stairs at the mansion this last go around. Man, the guy playing the
sax, yeah,
playing the saxophone, and man, the vibe was killer, man. So is it planned all the way through like that, or y'all have little spots where it's spontaneous things going on? Just give me the breakdown on that.
Yeah, it's definitely both. Don't get me wrong. We try to create and curate. We want to make sure. I mean, these are high level players. They don't get this time to just get away. They charge $20,000-$30,000 just to get it themselves alone. So we want to make sure we get focused time to build on each other, work with each other. But then we want to leave some time for just some magic to curate to happen. I bet we saw this one saxophone player. We was getting something to eat. I heard my man play. I'm like, you know what? That guy's gonna have some fire. I'm like, yeah, how much is it gonna cost to have you come up to the mansion for a mastermind? You're like, what do you guys do? I'm like, that's what we do. We have to negotiate the price, drop them on the price a little bit, but I got them to come through. And so we want to curate, want to give space for things to happen organically, where conversations start going to at the same time. I do put people on timers. We do have certain exercises so that we want to make the most of it. Because people in real estate, we're talkers. We'll chop it up extra if we can. And so we want to get the most of the time. So we really are really sensitive about keeping time at the same time curating it for each other.
Can you give us a few activities that are usual for the group sessions, like the ones that's usually that's the normal for each mastermind session that's got to be a part of it? Just give us a few of them.
First, those affirmations. I make sure we start everything off with the affirmation. So you guys already got that.
Hold on. So everybody in the mastermind group, they have to kind of tell everybody what their vision is, what they're looking forward to having or looking forward to doing. So this is something where people are basically pouring out their heart, stuff that you usually supposed to keep to yourself, but y'all open it up in this group session like, hey man, I can't wait for this to happen because man, I want to be here or I want this right here. This is what y'all doing.
So we do those written affirmations initially together. Then we do what's called a one word. One word, just tell me one emotion, how you feel, wherever you're at. Because we want to take the pulse of the room. I feel frustrated, I feel happy, I feel exhilarated, I feel angered. Whatever your emotion is, everybody says one word real rapidly. Another good one we like to do, it's called the 10 idea muscle. You might see a lot of times if you follow my Instagram, Elijah.Rubin. I post a lot of my morning routine because I want people to learn your morning routine, how you take control of your morning, allows you to take command of your day. You saw, I be doing my workout. I'm like, damn, he's going fast. But then I want to make sure you guys see I'm putting some time and invest in my body, in my mind, in my skill set, and the energy. So this technique I give for every guys, it's called the idea muscle. All right, the 10 idea muscle. So what you do, you pick a topic, and then with the whole exercise is anytime you go to your mind and ask your mind for a thought, you want to train your mind to spit out 10 ideas at you. You want to spit out 10 ideas at you. So what ends up happening, you might want to have a topic for, hey, how to be a better, how to manage my time better. Okay, maybe I problem with time management. The topic is how to manage my time better. You set a timer for 5 minutes, and the only rule is you have to come up with 10 ideas to solve that problem. And so it doesn't matter if it's BS, it doesn't matter if it's stupid, you got to come up with it. By the time 5 minutes over, you have to have 10 ideas. Because right when you get to about the 6th, 7th idea, you go, I can't come up with any ideas, I don't know. That's where the work begins. You force yourself, like, come up with something. I don't care. I'm not stopping until I come up with 10 ideas. So it might be set intention, use a journal, write a to-do list, use time blocks, ask for accountability partner. So you see all these little ideas I'm coming up with. So by the time you're done with that 5 minutes, you have 10 ideas there for yourself. And now you have 10 ways to solve your time management issue. And so that's what exercise we like to do, make sure we get all organic ideas and thoughts.
And I really, to be honest, it's strange for me because I never saw it until I seen y'all mastermind group where it can be a group of strong, powerful men, but y'all pouring out y'all heart on paper, y'all going around in circles saying how y'all feel and stuff. I never saw nothing like it before, man. And man, I can't wait to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna continue to build and work on myself and keep our relationship active. I'm cool with Alex, you, Chris he's from out here. Man, it's just everything is a matter of time, man. But I'm looking forward to seeing those beautiful sunsets and sunrises with you guys. Because y'all got some man, y'all be having some live little trips going on, but it's not about the trip. It's about the whole structure of what y'all have going on. So with that being said, what are the requirements to join you guys sessions like that?
So what we're doing, we're opening it up. Where if you go to, I believe it's Join Executive X. There it is, right there. Join EliteX.com. JoinEliteX.com. Fill out your information, guys, girls. A lot of people are like, where's all the girls at? Hey, girls are able to be a part as well. I want to be very clear. We got love for everybody. All right, fill that out. Put yourself on the waiting list. There's going to be some requirements. Like I said, it's not for everybody. It's going to be for people who understand high-level achievers, high-level mindset, but just wants to be able to connect at a different level with high-level players, really applying, empowering, and edifying each other. That's something I want to make sure you guys are able to do. You guys are able to connect with us, and we'll be able to get with you guys. We'll be reaching out people in the future.
All right.
Oh, man. It's Kiera. Thank you, Kiera. I appreciate you, girl.
Thank you.
And so,
I'm glad you were able to join. So this right here, we're going to be winding out because I know my guy got something to do. what steps are needed when forming your own mastermind group? Because this was something that I've been trying to do myself for a while, and I guess it wasn't just with the right group of individuals at the time, or it just wasn't the right time. I still had to do some more personal development on myself first. So what's the steps that are needed,
So,
when forming a
a couple of
mastermind?
things. Good question. Good question. And remember, any of you guys can do this. Any of you ladies can do this. Absolutely. Okay. So first thing first, set the intention. Why am I doing this for? All right. Who is this going to edify? How is this going to be clearer? Who am I looking to help? How do I benefit, and how do I help other benefit by us masterminding come together? All right. So that's first. Set the intention. Okay. Then think about the different skill sets people need to be there. All right. Think about the different skill sets. All right. Do you just want all contractors? Do you want all inventors? You want all chefs, all cooks, whatever your mastermind? Think about the different type of people you want there. You want to think about who's going to contribute what ideas and thoughts. Okay. And then make sure you set the standard. The standard. Okay. You set the standard like, hey, so that hey, if you are about, hey, well, what am I going to get out of this? If you are only thinking about what I can receive versus what can I give to this, you're not the right person for this. All right, but by you,
Anybody who just read that, I mean, you need if that hits you home, you need to go get the book Go Giver.
yeah, go give her a great mindset. And then we do put require reading. One require reading to be a part of our masterminds is Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. If you haven't read Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, like I said, that's like required by T. Harv Eker. That's like required reading, because I need to make sure that when if you say, oh, you're doing victim talk, I need you to know what I'm talking about when you say victim talk. You're blaming others, you're pointing at others. When I say look at your programming, I need you to understand your programming controls your thoughts. Your thoughts control your feelings. Your feelings control your emotions. Your emotions control your actions. Your actions define your results. And so I want us all speaking from the same mindset, same skill set. So that's one thing you're able to do. So set the intention, be clear who you want to have part of it, set the standards, and put some required reading. Make it a little where people have to work to want to be in there. If it's too easy, anybody can be in there. But they have to jump to a couple hoops so that I'm qualified to be around the great Loopy. I want to make sure that they not only make it like this. It's not a get to. I mean, it's not a got to, it's a get to. You don't got to be here. You get this opportunity to be here. Treat it as such.
So I was looking over here at my stack of books, but you said the secrets of the millionaire mind. I actually did that on audio. So
Nice.
yeah, I'm gonna have to get back on that. Have to get back on that. Like the paperback or the regular book. I have to get on that because usually I have to tap into the audio because I'm moving.
Sure.
What do you prefer, audio or hard copy?
Like I said, depends what type of book it is. If it's if it's just a cool book, I'm just kind of listening to it. Like Traction is a really good book, but there's a lot of information. I can listen to an audio book. I can do that moving while I'm listening. I just need to get to jargon. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind.
How often do you listen to Traction?
Oh, I listened to that at least 7 times. I listened to that 7 times easily, and I read it a couple times. Because it's that good what you need for your business. But another good book is like The Big Leap. The Big Leap is a really good book. The problem with it, was like that problem. What happens when you have books like that, what you're going to want to do, I like to get the audio book and a physical copy. I like to listen to audiobook while I read it. It feels like my uncle's reading it to me. And so I get double. My ADD allows me to start thinking about things. This forced me to absorb the information a whole nother light. And so when it's a really good book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, another good book, get the audio book, get the hard copy, set time aside, and you get to really lock in for that.
All right. We're gonna wind it down, man. We definitely do a part 2, but this right here, hey, this is last words. Words for our youth. We need. I want to hear what you got to inspire the youth. Because I do have youngsters that may be tuning in here and there.
For sure. I got a couple of parting gems for you guys. All right. So I think Hove said it the best. And he said it like especially when a lot of people watching Instagram, pocket watching, looking at what other people doing, what people driving, what people going, and making them feel depressed about themselves, making depressed about what they don't have in their life. And what Hove said is, remind yourself, nobody's built like you. You designed yourself. When you know you get to design yourself, that's what the affirmations are doing. You're designing yourself. That's what you do when you're doing the visualization. You're designing yourself. And remember this one, another part of what I like to say: if it's to be, it's going to be up to me. If it's going to happen, it's going to be because I made it happen. Nobody's coming to save you. Accept that. Nobody's coming. If you're a minority in this world, nobody's coming. And you got to take that action. You got to be able to move forward. And if it's going to be, it will be because you chose to force your will on the world, not to let the world force its will on you. And that's, like I said, that's going to be super powerful. I believe those two things. No, like I said, like remind yourself, nobody's built like you. You design yourself, and if it's to be, it's going to be up to me. Those are a couple gems for the youth to make sure.
I think, to be honest with you, man, that is in the car right now. The blueprint with the blueprint too.
Yeah.
Like that is in the the CD is in the deck right now. Like it ain't came out. It been in the deck for like a couple years. So in there, like I can go turn it on right now and shake the car, motherfucker, man. Hey, so for the grown people, we gave the youth some. Do we have some for these grown people that really need that extra little push or something real quick? Give us something real quick so you can go ahead.
Sure. So last thing is for the grown folks, make sure you guys go to Fire Damage Profits, be a part of my Facebook group, Fire Damage Profits, be a part of it. You guys can go to firedamageprofits.com if you want to hop on a call, get into the niche, make sure it's a good fit. As you go to Fire Damage Profits, my free Facebook group, we're going to be doing our master class. We'll be showing people how to get up to 3 checks on one deal, how to start fishing your own pond, how to separate yourself from all the other wholesalers, and how to learn a recession-proof strategy. So make sure you do that. And like I said, if you have any fire damage deals, reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you about those. But as far as leaving a gem in your spirit, and something powerful for your spirit, what I like to say, and this is something I do, and I really like to do this when especially when I meet like homeless people who are going through tough, and I'll give them $1 or $2, whatnot. But if I do $1 or $2, if I give them any food or anything, I make sure they repeat this after me. And it's something I want to make sure you guys repeat. All right, whatever your mind can conceive and your heart can believe, you can absolutely achieve. Conceive it, believe it, achieve it. Conceive it, believe it, achieve it. And I make sure they do it. And I want you guys to know, like, if God put that vision in your mind when you're making a vision board and you believe it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Guess what? I just created a website, and it's called Believe, Achieve, Go. So everybody talk about the bag. You know, everybody want the bag. You know, everybody says bag season. So the bag is whatever you put your hand and dig up out that joint. You know. So for me, you know, bag, I turn bag into an acronym, and that means believe, achieve, goals, period.
Ooh. Speak on that, Luby. That's what I'm talking about. That's powerful, because anything you put your hand into, you're tapping into. Your manifestation creates more manifestation, right?
Right. So everybody, you know, this is a absolute blessing to be able to have the Fire Damage King, A.K.A. Elijah Rubin, on here, man. I really do appreciate you. We have to do another one. I really do appreciate you, man. I'm extremely honored and blessed, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate this opportunity big time, you know what I'm saying? Seriously.
Yeah, I absolutely appreciate you giving me the opportunity to share with the family. I'm glad you and I got a chance to connect more. I look forward to adding value. I look forward to helping everybody, you know, just tap into that next level of greatness. You know, like I said, it's possible. Will it manifest it? Force your will on the world. Don't let the world force its will on you. And for sure, we get part 2 for the family, for sure.
All right, everybody. Hey, man, peace out. You know, this right here was hot, seriously hot. Like you couldn't call a fire department to put this fire out. You couldn't grab a fire extinguisher. You couldn't even grab that good cold bottle of loopy water to put this boy out, man. Fire, man. And this is the fireman, and we out.
I appreciate you, King. Salute.
Appreciate you, King.
All right, family.